Well, I should have done an update for silver for President's Day, but hey, it's a day late, so here's President's Day update for silver, +1. Anyway, here's a couple White House interns, and Bill Clinton would be proud of these. Actually, better than Monica Lewinsky, for sure, and they probably would have kept their mouth shut. But, you know, I'm looking at a lot of different charts and stuff and reading a lot of different things about silver. I am not feeling good about it because the Dow being at 14,000 going up and silver getting slammed because it's a risk asset. And I know in India they said that the demand is down, and so traders are dumping it. But, you know, it's like news of the day. News tomorrow could be something else. News next week could be something else. It's going to fake you out. But obviously the demand for coins is way the hell up there because we're seeing, you know, American Eagles fly off the shelf. So demand for coins is still up there. So we'll see what happens with this. There's going to be a bottleneck in coins if silver gets slammed down. So you may be paying some premiums if there's, you know, a dip way below 26. I don't know about that, though. I'm really, this has got me thinking a lot, too, because just like everybody else, but I'm going to apply my logic, not anybody else's, because I think a lot of times when I get influenced by other people, I screw up a lot more than if I just listen to my own little senses, because, you know, it seems like most people tell me, no. Anyway, I'm holding, though. I'm holding. I'm not selling. I probably should. I probably should have shorted the market and all that type of stuff, but I'm not selling nothing right now. I did sell the platinum and palladium. I did say I thought silver was going to get a hit with a pullback. Didn't sell it anyway. But it's uncertain times. And, you know, that's the thing that's really got going for gold especially, uncertain times. There's a lot of ifs in the market, a lot of things that can happen. Right now, there's people that can prove with charts that silver's going to get slammed down at 22, and there's people that can prove with charts it's on the way up. You know, it all depends on the human element. It's not all technology. It's actually the human element and how they use the technology, just like anything. But, you know, I'm not feeling too good about it because, you know, when the Dow here is about 14,000 and silver takes a slam like this, and due to news on India, I'm not feeling too good about it. But I'm not selling any anyway. You know, I don't want to contribute to bringing the price down. Not that it would matter much, but just in principle, I don't want to contribute to bringing the price down in one way or the other. Now, will I sell it later? Yeah, I will. You know, I'd like to sell it to Max Kaiser for $500 an ounce. That'd be great. So, but he will never buy it at that rate. You know, he's going to be one of these guys that's not going to touch this stuff at that time. Now, also, I want to talk a little bit about the economy. This is a good depiction of the economy in the United States. It's telling you everything's fine. It's running on all four cylinders and everything like that. Well, basically, we got a mini bike here with 20 cc's, and it's running on one cylinder, and we got a balancing act with roller skates. That's exactly what's going on with the economy. I don't need to get to all the details and shit. If you want to listen to Brother John F., go ahead. It's a bunch of freaking snake oil because I'm just using my common sense on this garbage because, you know, but that's not going to bode well for silver if the economy's looking like crap. It's basically where silver, I think, is going to come into shine like crazy is if we get the war with Iran. You know, it's terrible, ain't it? You got to have a war to freaking make money. God, it's like the same old game, World War I and all that type of stuff. And war is a racket from Smedley Butler. But that's what's going to make oil go like crazy, silver go like crazy, and gold go like crazy. War with Iran. When's that going to happen? I don't know. I mean, I thought it was going to happen last year around late spring of 2012. But, you know, they keep talking about it. They keep talking about it. Now, I know the neocons behind the scene would have wanted the war. They would have had it already. It would have happened back in, I don't know, 2007 for crying out loud, you know? Actually, if Cheney had his way, so it could happen any time. But that's actually what's going to move the metals. People move into gold and oil. Actually, oil is the big one for, like, when war goes, oil is the big commodity. But it's an axiom, it's a principle, it's a postulate that when oil goes nuts, goes through the stratosphere, that's when silver takes off like crazy. And that's usually when you have tensions in the Middle East. Silver on fundamentals is not going to take off like a mad dog. It's going to be because of tensions in the Middle East and oil prices going up. Now, right now, we got oil prices going up, and actually, you know, just as actually L.W. Lindsey Williams said, you know, even though the guy's kind of like, I don't know. I don't want to say, he's got some gems in there in some ways. They're bringing the price of crude oil up, but guess what? You know, we got a lot more production going on, and we're actually getting more and more energy independent. And the United States is rapidly becoming the #1 oil producer in the whole world, right? But, you know, just like Lindsey Williams says, they're going to rip you off because they're going to use the excuse of tensions in the Middle East that they need to keep the prices high. Well, I think this might be a topic of discussion. I'm going to get into some more of how to bypass using conventional fuels and going into biodiesel and that type of stuff. But this is actually a silver update, and I'm going to tell you right now, silver I don't feel too good about right now. I don't. And it's really what the deal is. I know it's President's Day, day after, and all that stuff, but the deal is that when you're having, you know, the Dow flying up like this, and all the economies are, you know, the news is like, the stock market shouldn't be that damn high. There's no way in hell. The economy actually sucks, you know. I just showed you the economy there on a tricycle, basically, with 2 roller skates. But it's a matter of opinion, and basically, you know, the reality of it is the economy stinks. So silver, that doesn't bode well for silver. The only thing I'm going to tell you again, I'm going to tell you right off again, because really, you know, silver basically is going to take off when there's a war in the Middle East. That's what's going to do it. Oil is going to take off, gold's going to take off, then silver's going to take off. Uncertainty is what makes people run into precious metals. You know, it's not like something that it does anything for anybody. You can't say there's a return on investment. Precious metal is going to keep returning me money. It's not like I can get rentals from a house. It's not like a piece of a capital expenditure on machinery that has a 20-year life that can, you know, produce so much income for me. It just sits there like a rock. It's when people get scared they run into precious metal. So that might be that's what really we have going for us. Now, this is the Dow to gold ratio in ounces. Now, long term, you know, it looks like gold is going to probably go way the hell up to like 10,000 plus an ounce, because it's going to definitely get down to 1-to-1 at some point in time in the future. But this is probably some years away. Short term, it's running into some resistance over here. So, you know, there could be a pullback. And, you know, it all depends on psychology. I'm going to tell you right now. You know, I hate psychiatrists, I hate psychologists and all that type of stuff. But in markets, it plays a major role. It's what people think it's worth. You know, remember when Hostess Twinkies was going out of business? They were selling Twinkies for major bucks. Now, I know silver's worth a lot more than a Twinkie. It's got real well, you can't eat silver, but, you know, the thing is, it's what somebody's willing to pay. You scare the crap out of people, people are going to pay big bucks for silver. Now, there's a lot of people out there like Chris Duane and Brother John F. and I don't know, other people out there scaring the crap out of people that the whole sky's going to fall and you got to put every ounce of your money into, you know, Liberty silver dollars. Now, I could say this. You could put your money into all kinds of hard assets, and there's a lot of other things out there that are a lot more tradable. I don't trust those guys at all. I really see them for something that they're a bunch of BS big time. Now, what I say is, though, don't put all your money in the damn silver. Don't do all of it. Do some, do a good portion of it. It's going to play out. But just remember, this is a waiting game. And what's going to really drive this market up is panic. And when you go to sell it, you know what you're going to be doing? You're going to be ripping off the other side of the middle class. The guy, you're not going to sell it to like Max Kaiser. He's going to know better. You're not going to sell it to Eric Sprott for $500 an ounce. You're not going to sell it to Brother John F. or, you know, Chris Duane for that kind of money. You know, they're just pitching their spiel. So I have to say this, you know, when the thing really, you know, the SHIT hits the fan, guess what? You know, you're basically going to be selling it to panic-stricken investors or buyers who are mainly of the middle class, and you're going to be ripping them off. So it's not like a panacea that's going to help save the whole world. So that's one beef I have with these silver pumpers, because it's like something you should do. Probably, I would think that it's going to play out very well, but never go 100% into one asset. It's stupid. So just beware, though, that there's a lot of curveballs that can come up, and the markets are driven by news. And right today, it's like the news is silver demand is down in India, so the market crashed. You know, so that's the news. But tomorrow the news might be something else. Silver had a brain fart, and then all of a sudden it's going to go up. The one thing I'm using a little common sense on is this. The coin sales are out. The mint can't produce enough coins. They freaking sell out right away. So whether there's there is a shortage in the coin area for sure. So if you're holding coins, don't sell the coins. You'd be stupid to do that, even if they dip, because you might be paying a premium later to get them back. Really, especially if you got good ones. I would not speculate on that because I'm not expecting an extreme dip. It might be a paper dip. It might not be a coin dip. Because the coins are getting tougher and tougher to get, piles and piles of them. Now, if the thing goes down to 22, you're not going to get the shit that easy. So it's a guessing game. So I just told, and I'm going to tell you right now, what's going to really drive the price up of silver is uncertainty. And when you go to sell it, you're going to be selling it to other people in the middle class. It's not going to save the planet. I'm telling you, one commodity out there that's going to save the planet is industrial hemp and medicinal marijuana. Silver ain't going to save the planet, unfortunately. Colloidal silver might help a lot, but silver coins, nope, not for nothing. It's a speculative bet, and people right now, that's why I say you don't put all. That's why you need fiat dollars. Freaking assholes that I'm going to call them that because this pisses me off. Because a lot of people on here, I'm trying to give people a straight scoop on this stuff because I've been in accounting and finance. I heard a lot of piles of bullshit out there, and people could sway you one way or the other with statistics left and right. They can make any argument there is. Don't ever go 100% into one asset. That's asinine unless you freaking are Karnak the magician. And if that's the case, you do it. Nobody else does it. You don't tell a damn person what to do, and you just sell it when it gets way up there because you're ripping somebody else off. That's all you're doing. So, when they're telling everybody to dump into silver left and right 100%, like these silver pumpers, I don't trust them. I say you get in there pretty hard, you're going to have a patient wait because you can see what's going on right now. It could pull back more than it is now, but, it's guessing game because the market news something could come out and all of a sudden the market could be flying up. It's manipulated. We know. It's manipulated up and down. So just be aware and don't be afraid to sell it if it gets way over $50 an ounce this year. It might. You never know, man. It's a crazy animal.